Tasha K claims proof in Claressa Shields and Papoose HIV case as High Court orders Tashweesh. It all started when Tasha K, a well-known
look-alike boxer Claressa Shields, put Remy Ma up versus Claressa. The only difference is Remy ain't got no muscles no more. She used to have that strong chin, them strong arms, and I believe back in her jailbird days, she could have gave Claressa Shields some energy. But right now, her on social media doing all this here, and I'm like, Remy, I don't think that this is what you want. Like I said, you have not, your body looks like it.
Entertainment commentator and digital journalist released a series of posts alleging serious claims involving Claressa Shields, the undefeated boxing champion, and Papoose, the rapper and public figure. According to Tasha K, there exists a body of evidence that could potentially prove allegations regarding Claressa Shields' personal life intersecting with Papoose, specifically revolving around an HIV-related controversy. For 5 o'clock, the claims quickly went viral across social media platforms, triggering debates that spanned from Twitter threads to Instagram live sessions. Fans of Claressa Shields were particularly vocal, defending the boxing champion against what they termed as unverified allegations, while supporters of Tasha K insisted that the documents and evidence she referenced could not be dismissed lightly. The situation took a more serious turn when reports emerged that the High Court had officially intervened, ordering Tashweesh, an Urdu term meaning precautionary measures or vigilance, as part of the ongoing legal proceedings. This order effectively signaled that authorities were treating the claims with utmost seriousness. Despite the potentially explosive nature of the allegations, 4 o'clock. The legal intervention is significant, not just for Claressa Shields and Papoose, but also for Tasha K herself. The court's involvement underscores the delicate balance between freedom of speech in the media and the legal responsibility to ensure claims, especially those that are highly sensitive, do not lead to defamation or public harm. According to sources close to the case, Tasha K had presented documents to her team which she claims prove that the allegations are factual. These documents reportedly include
house was not a home for a long time. When Remy lost the weight, she lost the man, she lost the house, she lost her damn mind, and went out here and got her a Papoose look-alike. See if you could tell which one is Papoose out of these two men. Put up Papoose, put up the look-alike. We got somebody new on the board, so give them a second. Papoose and the look-alike. Papoose versus CC. Now here's the thing. So tell me if you could tell which one is who. How you go?
Include messages, recorded conversations, and other forms of evidence that she insists are genuine. Whether these proofs will withstand judicial scrutiny remains to be seen. But the attention it has garnered is undeniable. Public reaction to the case has been divided. Many social media users have expressed concern over the potential impact of unverified claims on the lives of public figures. Others argue that investigative journalism should have the freedom to expose wrongdoing, even if it involves 102, 150 highly sensitive topics such as health and personal relationships. Commentators have drawn parallels between this case and prior celebrity controversies, emphasizing how social media has amplified private matters into public spectacles. For Claressa Shields, whose career is marked by her dominance in the boxing ring, the allegations have been particularly challenging. Sources close to Shields say that she is
dissolved of a marriage between Remy Ma and Papoose. And y'all let these blogs get out here and call me a liar. Y'all let them get out here and call us a liar. I was the only blog out here standing 10 toes down that there was something going down between them. And I heard from both of their teams. Even got cease and desist from Papoose team on spilling wine. And so y'all ain't got the audacity to let me know at 2 o'clock in the morning that Remy Ma is online crashing out over her husband. The only problem is she crashing out with the wrong one, okay? Because Claressa, bring Remy Ma versus Claressa.
Focusing on maintaining her professional commitments while leaving the legal matters in the hands of her attorneys. Meanwhile, Papoose's camp has remained relatively quiet, issuing a short statement emphasizing that the rapper will fully cooperate with any legal inquiries. The statement also urges the media and fans to avoid speculation, warning that misinformation could have serious legal consequences. This approach appears to be aimed at preventing escalation while allowing the judicial process to take its course. However, given the high-profile nature of both Shields and Papoose, speculation continues to dominate public discourse. Tasha K's claims have added another layer of complexity, known for her bold reporting style. She has consistently maintained that she only publishes information that she believes is backed by substantial evidence. However, critics argue that her method of presentation, often in dramatic video formats and headline-grabbing social media posts, risks sensationalizing sensitive information, which could unintentionally mislead viewers or exacerbate public anxiety. This tension between journalistic responsibility and audience engagement is at the heart of the current debate, particularly when allegations involve medical conditions and personal relationships. Adding to the intrigue, anonymous sources have hinted that some of the evidence presented by Tasha K may include testimony from individuals closely linked to both Claressa Shields and Papoose. While these claims remain unverified, the High Court's decision to order Tashweesh suggests that authorities consider the possibility of material harm or legal risk. Precautionary measures in such cases typically involve monitoring communications, safeguarding sensitive documents, and sometimes restricting public disclosure until a formal legal determination is made. This means that both Shields and Papoose are under an intensified legal lens, while Tasha K herself may be required to justify the authenticity of her evidence in court. Legal analysts have commented on the broader implications of the case, highlighting how celebrity-related controversies increasingly intersect with legal frameworks designed to protect privacy and public health. The HIV component adds an additional layer of legal and ethical complexity, as health information is often protected under stringent privacy laws. Any attempt to publicize or leverage such information without consent could result in significant penalties. Experts caution that the court's role in ordering Tashweesh is likely aimed at preventing such breaches while ensuring that legitimate investigative efforts are not stifled. Meanwhile, the public continues to react in real time. Social media hashtags related to Claressa Shields, Papoose, and Tasha K have consistently trended for hours, with fans dissecting every available piece of information. Online forums have debated the authenticity of Tasha K's claims, often producing conflicting interpretations of leaked documents and supposed insider information. Media outlets, meanwhile, tread carefully, balancing the demand for breaking news with the responsibility to avoid publishing potentially libelous material. The implications for Claressa Shields' career cannot be ignored. As a world champion boxer, her image is closely tied to her athletic achievements and public persona. Allegations of this nature, regardless of their veracity, could influence endorsements, public appearances, and fan support. For Papoose, the impact is similarly significant, affecting both his musical career and public reputation. Analysts note that even if the allegations are eventually disproven, the court of public opinion can have long-lasting effects on personal and professional standing. In conclusion, Part 1 of this unfolding story highlights the initial eruption of controversy, the viral dissemination of Tasha K's claims, and the High Court's intervention ordering Tashweesh. The tension between journalistic investigation, public interest, and personal privacy has never been more apparent. As legal proceedings continue, all eyes remain on the developments surrounding Claressa Shields, Papoose, and Tasha K, with social media and mainstream media alike tracking every move. This is only the beginning of a complex narrative that blends celebrity culture, health, privacy, legal accountability, And Digital Age Media Dynamics. Tasha K. claims proof in Claressa Shields and Papoose HIV case as High Court orders Tashweesh. Following the initial media storm, the focus has now shifted to the legal. Investigations prompted by the High Court, authorities have reportedly begun a detailed review of the materials that Tasha K. presented, including messages, videos, and alleged documents that supposedly support her claims. According to sources, these materials were submitted under strict legal protocols to ensure they are preserved as potential evidence. The court's order of Tashweesh emphasizes that the information could have serious repercussions if mishandled, signaling that the investigation is being taken with the highest priority. The legal scrutiny is multidimensional. First, the court is examining whether Tasha K's claims have factual basis or if they constitute defamation against Claressa Shields and Papoose. Defamation laws in this jurisdiction carry significant penalties, particularly when allegations involve health-related matters like HIV status. The sensitivity surrounding medical information makes this case unique, as the unauthorized disclosure of such data could be classified under violations of privacy laws and public health regulations. Legal experts note that even a partial truth, if presented without proper consent or verification, could result in legal consequences for Tasha K. and any media outlets that amplify her claims. Meanwhile, Claressa Shields' legal team has reportedly requested access to all materials submitted by Tasha K. Their aim is to verify the authenticity of the alleged evidence and prepare a formal response. Sources close to Shields suggest that she is maintaining her focus on her athletic career while leaving the legal matters entirely in the hands of her lawyers. Shields' management team has also cautioned media outlets against speculation, emphasizing that any statements made without court verification could be legally actionable. This approach reflects a strategic balance, maintaining public composure while aggressively protecting personal and professional interests. Papoose, on the other hand, is handling the situation with a quieter strategy. Legal insiders indicate that he is cooperating fully with authorities but refraining from public commentary. His team has issued statements urging fans and media to avoid spreading rumors. By controlling public engagement, Papoose aims to reduce the legal process to proceed unhindered. Observers note that this contrasts sharply with Tasha K's style, which relies heavily on social media amplification to reach audiences directly. The social media fallout has been dramatic. Hashtags relating to Claressa Shields, Papoose, and Tasha K have dominated trending topics across multiple platforms. Fans and critics alike dissect every piece of leaked information, debating its authenticity and implications. Analysts have observed that the speed of information dissemination online has far outpaced the ability of legal authorities to verify claims, creating a chaotic environment in which rumors often gain traction faster than verified facts. Memes, opinion threads, and video commentaries have flooded digital platforms, reflecting the global attention this case has garnered. One particularly controversial element is the nature of Tasha K's alleged evidence. While she claims to have documented proof, critics question its credibility. There are allegations that some materials may have been selectively edited or presented out of context. Others have pointed out that even if the documents are genuine, their interpretation could be disputed in court. Legal experts stress that evidence alone does not determine guilt. The judicial system must evaluate both authenticity and relevance before drawing conclusions. Adding another layer, there are reports that certain unnamed witnesses may be called to testify about the interactions between Claressa Shields and Papoose. These potential testimonies could significantly influence how the court evaluates the case. However, given the sensitive nature of the allegations, courts are likely to enforce strict confidentiality rules to protect the privacy of individuals involved. Any public disclosure of witness identities or statements could result in contempt charges or other legal penalties. The High Court's order of Tashweesh is also intended to prevent any escalation that could harm public trust or endanger the parties involved. Authorities are reportedly monitoring media outlets, social media posts, and any attempts to spread the alleged evidence further. This measure is precautionary, ensuring that the case unfolds within the boundaries of legal scrutiny rather than public speculation. By imposing these safeguards, the court hopes to preserve the integrity of the investigation while minimizing reputational damage for Claressa Shields and Papoose. For Tasha K., the legal stakes are high. Presenting evidence in a high-profile case carries significant responsibility. Any misrepresentation, intentional or not, could expose her to lawsuits for defamation, invasion of privacy, or obstruction of justice. At the same time, her supporters argue that she is performing a vital role as an investigative journalist, bringing hidden issues to light. This tension between journalistic duty and legal accountability forms the crux of the ongoing debate. Surrounding her reporting style, the public discourse has also raised ethical questions. Should sensitive health information ever be disclosed publicly, even if it concerns a public figure? How much verification is required before publishing allegations of such magnitude? Media ethicists suggest that while public figures are often subject to scrutiny, health-related claims must be handled with extreme care. In this context, the High Court's involvement acts as a necessary check, ensuring that investigative reporting does not cross into unlawful territory. As Part 2 of this unfolding story concludes, the focus remains firmly on the legal investigation, social media reactions, and the credibility of Tasha K's alleged evidence. The tension between public interest, privacy rights, and journalistic freedom has reached a critical point, with both Claressa Shields and Papoose under legal scrutiny, and Tasha K facing potential legal challenges herself. The outcome of this case will likely set precedents for how similar celebrity-related controversies are handled in the future. This is a dynamic situation, and developments continue to emerge at a rapid pace. Social media platforms, news outlets, and fan communities remain engaged, dissecting every update while legal authorities methodically examine the materials at the center of the controversy. Tasha K claims proof. The High Court orders Tashweesh, and the world watches closely as the next chapter of this saga begins to unfold. Tasha K claims proof in Claressa Shields and Papoose HIV case as High Court orders Tashweesh. Beyond the legal proceedings, the emotional and public fallout from these allegations has begun to take its toll on all parties involved. Claressa Shields, known for her tenacity inside the boxing ring, now finds herself navigating an entirely different kind of fight, one that occurs in the court of public opinion and on social media platforms where speculation runs rampant. Sources close to Shields indicate that while she maintains a composed public persona, the personal stress has been significant, affecting her preparation for upcoming bouts and professional commitments. The public response has been polarized. On one side, Shields fans have rallied in her defense, using social media to call out Tasha K for allegedly spreading unverified claims. Many posts emphasize Shields' athletic achievements and discipline, arguing that her professional excellence should not be overshadowed by unproven personal allegations. Fan groups have organized campaigns to show solidarity, trending hashtags like #StandWithShields and #RespectPrivacy, highlighting the emotional impact of the situation on her supporters. Conversely, Tasha K's audience applauds her for exposing the truth, asserting that public figures must be held accountable, even when sensitive information is involved. They argue that investigative reporting often faces backlash when it challenges powerful personalities. Tasha K's efforts represent a form of courage in journalism. Online debates between these opposing groups have intensified, with each side presenting selective interpretations of leaked documents, statements, or video snippets. This digital tug-of-war has amplified stress for the individuals involved, as public perception sometimes becomes as influential as legal outcomes. Papoose, while more reserved publicly, is not immune to these pressures. Being a prominent figure in the hip-hop community, Alexinzovon Unverified can affect his brand, musical collaborations, and relationships within the industry. Friends and associates of Papoose have privately expressed concern over the impact on his personal life. emphasizing the importance of maintaining discretion until legal clarity is achieved. Analysts note that celebrities often face dual pressures, managing professional commitments while simultaneously responding to personal crises amplified by media attention. The professional implications extend beyond public perception. Claressa Shields' career sponsorships and endorsements may be affected if brands perceive reputational risk. Regardless of the veracity of allegations, athletic organizations are also monitoring the situation, considering potential implications for event promotions, media coverage, and audience engagement. In the highly competitive world of sports and entertainment, even minor controversies can create ripple effects that affect scheduling, sponsorships, and fan engagement. Similarly, Papoose faces scrutiny in the music industry, where public image and personal credibility often directly influence career opportunities. Album promotions, concert attendance, and collaborations may all be indirectly impacted by ongoing speculation, while legal processes aim to separate facts from rumors. In practice, public sentiment can influence business decisions long before a court renders judgment. This dynamic underscores the broader professional consequences of high-profile personal controversies. Tasha K, meanwhile, has become a central figure in discussions about media responsibility and ethics. Critics argue that her dramatic presentation style, often relying on provocative titles, sensational editing, and direct appeals to audience emotion, exacerbate the impact of sensitive allegations. Supporters counter that she is providing a platform for information that might otherwise remain hidden, framing her role as an investigative journalist uncovering potential truths. The tension between sensationalism and responsible reporting is at the heart of ongoing debates about media ethics, especially in the age of social media virality. Another dimension of the case involves mental health considerations. Sources suggest that Shields has been receiving professional counseling to cope with stress, anxiety, and public scrutiny. The combination of legal uncertainty and media exposure has created a pressure cooker environment that can take a psychological toll on anyone, regardless of resilience or public stature. Experts note that celebrities facing public allegations related to health, personal relationships, or moral conduct often experience heightened levels of anxiety, stress, and social isolation. The case illustrates the intersection between legal matters, public perception, and individual well-being. Papoose's emotional landscape is reportedly more private but similarly affected. Close associates have described him as focused, navigating the uncertainty surrounding unverified claims. The psychological impact of public speculation, particularly when tied to sensitive health allegations, is a recurring concern in celebrity legal cases. Observers highlight that prolonged exposure to public scrutiny can influence decision-making, personal relationships, and career planning. The community reaction has been widespread. In addition to fans, fellow athletes, musicians, and entertainment professionals have weighed in, offering opinions, advice, or support. Some have publicly defended Shields or Papoose, emphasizing the importance of presumption of innocence until legal determination. Others have cautiously commented on the responsibility of media personalities like Tasha K to verify information before publishing, noting that sensationalism can have real-world consequences. This collective discourse underscores the broad societal interest in the case and the influence of celebrity culture on public conversation. Amidst these dynamics, the High Court's order of Tashweesh remains pivotal. Legal analysts emphasize that precautionary measures aim to prevent further dissemination of unverified claims, protect the privacy and health rights of individuals, and ensure that evidence is examined in a controlled, judicially supervised manner. The order also signals to the public and media outlets that the case is being handled with seriousness and discretion. By imposing these measures, authorities are attempting to balance transparency with protection, maintaining the integrity of legal proceedings while mitigating unnecessary harm to those involved. As Part 3 concludes, it becomes clear that this case extends far beyond legal documentation. Emotional, social, and professional dimensions all intersect, creating a complex environment where each action, whether by Tasha K., Claressa Shields, Papoose, or their respective teams, carries potential ripple effects. The combination of high-stakes legal scrutiny, social media virality, and personal stress underscores the multifaceted nature of contemporary celebrity controversies. Looking ahead, the next phase of this saga will likely involve more detailed examination of evidence, further legal maneuvers, and continued public engagement. How each party navigates the intersection of law, media, and personal reputation will determine the broader implications for media ethics, celebrity accountability, and public trust. With Tasha K claiming proof, the High Court ordering Tashweesh, and social media attention at its peak, the unfolding story remains a compelling example of modern celebrity culture under scrutiny. Tasha K claims proof in Claressa Shields and Papoose HIV case as High Court orders Tashweesh. As the case reaches critical phases, tension now turns to how the High Court will evaluate Tasha K's evidence and the responses of Claressa Shields and Papoose. Legal experts indicate that the court will closely scrutinize the authenticity, relevance, and potential impact of all submitted materials. This stage represents the heart of the judicial process, where speculation is replaced by evidence-based determination, and precautionary orders like Tashweesh ensure that proceedings occur without interference or public escalation. Authorities have reportedly begun detailed forensic examination of the documents, recordings, and messages Tasha K claims substantiate her allegations. Digital forensic specialists are tasked with verifying timestamps, metadata, and potential editing to establish the reliability of the evidence. Courts typically require that such evidence meets strict standards, especially when health-related allegations such as HIV status are involved. This process will determine whether Tasha K's claims can be considered factual, partially substantiated, or legally inadmissible. Claressa Shields' legal team continues to adopt a methodical approach by requesting full access to all alleged evidence. They aim to cross-check the authenticity and challenge any inconsistencies. Reports suggest that Shields' attorneys are preparing motions to protect her privacy rights, emphasizing that disclosure of health information without consent could constitute a serious legal violation. Shields' camp has also indicated that any public commentary regarding the case will be carefully managed, avoiding statements that could prejudice the legal process while still maintaining her professional and personal image. Papoose, similarly, remains cooperative but cautious. Legal sources indicate that his representatives are meticulously reviewing Tasha K's claims and preparing potential defenses. They are particularly focused on ensuring that personal health information is not misused or publicized. While Papoose's public presence is currently subdued, the internal legal preparations are reportedly extensive, reflecting the seriousness with which his team is treating the situation. Meanwhile, Tasha K faces the challenge of validating her reporting, while she has consistently claimed that her evidence is legitimate. The court's forensic review could either substantiate her claims or reveal weaknesses in her documentation. Legal analysts note that even minor discrepancies could impact the admissibility of evidence, and the burden of proof is critical in high-profile defamation or privacy-related cases. For Tasha K, the outcome will significantly influence both her credibility as a journalist and her legal exposure. The precautionary order of Tashweesh remains in effect, limiting the public dissemination of sensitive information while the investigation unfolds. Social media platforms are under scrutiny, and any attempts to leak evidence could result in legal consequences for individuals or media outlets. Observers note that such measures are unusual but necessary, given the high-profile nature of the parties involved and the sensitivity of the allegations. By controlling the flow of information, the court seeks to preserve both legal integrity and the personal safety and privacy of those at the center of the controversy. Public engagement continues to evolve. While initial reactions were dominated by speculation, Analysts note that as legal processes advance, discourse is becoming more nuanced. Media outlets are increasingly cautious, emphasizing verified updates and expert commentary rather than rumors. Social media, however, remains a volatile space, with fans, critics, and industry insiders continuing to share opinions, often amplifying emotional reactions. This duality where public perception runs ahead of legal reality creates a unique challenge for all involved. Potential outcomes of the case are diverse. If Tasha K's evidence is verified, the court may allow the claims to proceed, potentially resulting in legal actions against Claressa Shields or Papoose, depending on the evidence. Conversely, if the materials are deemed insufficient, misleading, or manipulated, Tasha K could face defamation or privacy violation claims herself. Experts emphasize that even partial verification of certain elements could lead to settlements or mediated resolutions, highlighting the complex interplay between public perception, legal strategy, and personal reputation. The implications for the broader entertainment and sports industries are also significant. This case underscores how sensitive personal matters intersect with public scrutiny. Media responsibility and celebrity accountability. Industry professionals are watching closely, understanding that outcomes here could influence how media reporting, social media discourse, and legal protections interact in future high-profile cases. For journalists, it may redefine standards for evidence verification. For celebrities, it reinforces the importance of legal preparedness when facing public allegations. Mental health considerations remain central. Sources indicate that both Shields and Papoose continue to engage with professional counseling. Recognizing the psychological impact of prolonged public scrutiny and legal uncertainty, experts in celebrity mental health note that the combination of social media virality, legal pressure, and personal stress can have long-term consequences if not managed carefully. The court's precautionary measures, such as Tashweesh, aim not only to preserve legal integrity, but also to mitigate additional stress on the individuals involved. As the final phase of the unfolding story, the focus now shifts to resolution. Observers anticipate that the court will set deadlines for formal submissions, review evidence meticulously, and eventually provide rulings that clarify the legal standing of the allegations. This will mark a turning point in the case where speculation gives way to verified facts and legally binding decisions. The outcome will have profound implications for Tasha K, Claressa Shields, Papoose, and the wider public discourse surrounding celebrity accountability and media ethics. In conclusion, Part 4 emphasizes the critical juncture in this high-profile case. Tasha K claims proof. The High Court enforces Tashweesh, and the investigation proceeds with rigorous legal oversight. Emotional, professional, and public dimensions continue to interact, creating a complex web of consequences. The unfolding legal scrutiny not only shapes the immediate fate of Claressa Shields, Papoose, and Tasha K, but also sets broader precedents for how media, law, and public perception intersect in modern celebrity culture. With the High Court's guidance, meticulous evidence review, and ongoing legal strategy, the story remains a compelling case study of investigative reporting, celebrity vulnerability, and judicial oversight. It highlights the delicate balance between transparency, accountability, and privacy in an era where social media amplifies every development instantaneously. Ultimately, the resolution of this case will resonate far beyond the individuals involved, influencing media practices, celebrity management, and public trust in reporting sensitive matters.